Leo, what you are about to hear is not just a simple motivational message. This isn't something for you to put off until tomorrow or brush aside with a "I already knew that," because no one has ever told you this in this way, without sugarcoating, without half-truths. Listen with an open heart. You were created different. Not better, different. You, Leo, were not made by the universe with cold molds or in mass production. You were made unique, with a fire of your own that shines even when everything around is dark. You were given 7 gifts that no other sign received in the same way. 7 divine flames that, once you recognize them, will change the way you see your life. This is not empty poetry to lift your mood. It is a reminder of your purest essence. And there is something more. The 7th gift is so deep and revealing that when you reach it, you will finally understand the true meaning of your intensity, your radiance, and your emotions. Stay until the end, because this is not just a message. It is the beginning of a new path. If this is your first time visiting this channel, I invite you to subscribe and give this video a like. With your support, I can keep creating content that helps you connect with the best version of yourself. Now, let's begin. Gift number 1, the fire that ignites lives. Leo, you were not made to go unnoticed. Your presence is a beacon, your energy a spark that awakens sleeping hearts. You carry a vital fire that never goes out, that lifts you every time you fall, and that inspires others without you needing to say a word. That fire is not just enthusiasm, it is passion, it is life, it is the engine that drives you to seek what is authentic. But it is also a delicate gift, because if you don't channel it with purpose, it can consume you from within and turn your intensity into exhaustion. When you find the reason why your fire burns, when you give it meaning, you become a true transformer, because your warmth is not meant to destroy. It is meant to shine, to give life, to ignite the hope of those around you. Gift number 2, the leadership that is born from the heart. Leo, you don't need to be appointed as a leader. Leadership runs through your veins. It is in your gaze, your voice, your way of acting that makes others trust you even in the middle of chaos. Your leadership is not about imposing, but about inspiring, about leading by example, about standing firm when everything wavers, about believing in a path even when you cannot yet see the full road. You do not lead from fear or arrogance, but from the certainty that flows from your conviction. And although many may think you never doubt, the truth is that your strength is also born from overcoming your own insecurities. When you unite your leadership with your inner fire, you leave a mark. You don't just guide, you imprint yourself on people forever, giving them the courage to believe in themselves. Gift number 3, the creativity that reveals your soul. Leo, you don't create just for the sake of it. You do it because your soul needs it to breathe. Your creativity is not a hobby. It is the purest way you have of existing. It doesn't matter whether it flows through words, images, gestures, or projects. When you release your creativity, you turn the simple into the extraordinary. Your touch transforms any situation into an unforgettable experience, because your eyes see beauty where others only see routine. This gift, when you share it, becomes medicine for a gray world. It teaches us that creating is not a luxury. It is an act of love that opens new paths and frees others so they too can express their essence. Gift number 4, the courage to be authentic. Leo, in a world that asks you to lower the volume of your soul in order to fit in, you have the courage to be yourself. You show your strength and your vulnerability with the same intensity, without disguising yourself or watering yourself down. Being authentic is not easy. It unsettles, it bothers, it sparks envy. But you know that betraying yourself is more painful than being judged. That's why you choose to show yourself exactly as you are, with your lights and your shadows, even when it hurts sometimes. This courage is freedom, the freedom to choose your truth over someone else's approval, because every time you choose to stay true to your essence, You remind the world that living with your heart leading the way is both possible and necessary. Gift number 5. The light that inspires even in the darkness. Leo, your very presence changes the atmosphere. You carry a light that attracts, that warms, that strengthens. That light is not superficial. It is born from your wounds, from your resilience, from your desire to keep believing in life even when life has struck you down. When you share your light without fear, you help others remember their own. Your radiance is living hope, but it is also a challenge because not everyone can bear that much truth. Some will try to put out your flame. Don't let them succeed. Your light is not arrogance. It is a gift that many desperately need. Gift number 6. The loyalty to your own essence. Leo, if there is something that defines you, it is that despite everything, you always return to yourself. You may lose yourself for a while. You may stay silent so as not to cause discomfort. You may adapt temporarily, but you always come back to your fire. That loyalty to yourself is your compass. You learned through hardship that betraying yourself only breaks you, and that nothing outside is worth more than your inner peace. Being true to your essence doesn't mean not changing. It means evolving without ceasing to be yourself. When you choose with clarity what deserves your energy, you become stronger. Your loyalty is a revolution in a world that demands masks. You show that there is nothing more powerful than living from the truth. Gift number 7. The love that transforms and sets free. And now, Leo, we arrive at the last gift, the most sacred one. Your capacity to truly love. You did not come into this world only to shine, but to love deeply, to connect from the soul. Your love does not seek to dominate or to hold back. It elevates. Because when you love from your center, you make the other person feel seen, respected, and valued. You teach that authentic love does not confine. It expands. It does not suffocate. It liberates. This gift is your greatest legacy. To love with authenticity, to build bonds where everyone can be themselves without fear, where trust and passion coexist, where giving becomes an act of shared freedom. When you activate this gift, your life stops being just a personal story and becomes a living inspiration that teaches that true love is possible, without masks, without manipulation, without the need for applause. So now, Leo, you've reached the end. Or rather the beginning of something immense, because now you have seen each of your gifts unfold like pieces of a sacred puzzle that were always within you. This message did not arrive by accident. It is for you who are ready to stop begging for validation outside and start recognizing yourself as the unique being that you are. This is your moment, Leo. Not when others are ready, but now, because you are the one who makes the world ready when you arrive. Roar, not with anger, but with truth, not to crush, but to awaken. And if you ever doubt your worth again, come back to this message, to your 7 gifts, because the world does not need more silence disguised as calm. It needs your voice, your light, your conscious fire. And now, Leo, tell me, will you roar with all your soul, or will you keep whispering what you were born to shout? If this message lit something in your heart, don't leave without subscribing to the channel and leaving your comment telling me which Leo gift you feel the strongest within you. Your voice matters, and together we can create a community of souls that dare to shine. I'll be reading you below, and I'll see you in the next video.